One.
Hi, my name is Rosa. Have you ever been in a situation in life where it's like one thing is happening after another? You want to just throw your hands up, and sometimes you even ask yourself, what else going to happen? And all just shaking your head. So when problems arise in our lives, the question that we need to ask ourselves is, how do we view them? As a tragedy, or maybe we need to adjust our thinking. I'm a little older than most of you all may be. So I've had my share of life problems. Some were tragic, some not so serious. It was the way I looked at them, my thoughts. Life is full of unexpected problems, but it's all about how we perceive them or how we view them. So in this speech, I will give you two examples of how we view problems. First, I will explain the Aesop fable, the milkmaid and her pail, and what we should avoid. And then I will share a real life experience that will relate to the fable. So this fable, the milkmaid and her pail, we're going to learn something from it. So this is about the farmer's daughter. She was going to milk the cows, and she was returning home with a full pail of milk. Well, on her way, she was daydreaming about what she's going to do with this milk. She was churning, she's going to make it out of some butter. She was going to sell the butter. She was out with that money. She was going to buy some eggs. The eggs was going to produce chickens. She was going to sell the chickens. And with that money, she was going to buy a gorgeous dress for the fair. So all the men will adore her. Well, she was so amused in her daydreaming that she stumbled and spilled all the milk. The Aesop fable has taught me that do not count your chickens before they hatch. In simple terms, don't think about what has not happened. I like to share my own life story and how it relates to this fable. From time to time, I have to fulfill assignments at my place of worship. This includes carrying the microphones to those who comment. Well, my first assignment, I was scared to death. I thought about dropping the microphones. I thought about tripping over my own feet. I thought about hitting somebody with the microphones. All this thinking, all this negative thoughts, none of that did not happen. However, what did happen is that I carried the microphone to the wrong person. So what I learned from this is that don't think the worst. I to try to think positive. And this was not a tragedy. This was just a mistake. I will live. I laughed, I learned, and I moved on. So life can be challenging. It will bring you many problems. But when faced with these problems, let's not bombard ourselves with all this negative um, thoughts in our mind. Let's counteract that with something positive. Don't be like that milkmaid. Do not count our chickens before they hatch. And whatever you do, I always think about what my father told me. Always keep your head up. Thank you. Are there any questions?